Mary meet Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Virgos starting today, the 21st of November 2023. Going out to all you Virgos, whether you are watching live or on a restream. Let's see. Moderating today live on YouTube is the lovely Heather, and moderating live on Twitch is the lovely Shirley. I'm reading today with this Old English tarot, and I've already purified with this Guerlain Eau de Cologne Coke. You can find information about these products in the video description of this very video on my YouTube channel. Actually, this cologne is not in there because they don't make it anymore, but you can find a different cologne in that video description that I like. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this is a 2-week reading for all you Virgos, sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. Going out to all of you, whether you're watching live or on a restream, so that does go out to a lot of Virgos eventually. So if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, it may not indeed be your reading. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs, or remember that we have a general reading every single day for all signs, every day except for Monday. You can find the restreams of all those tarot readings on the website ariels-corner.com, Ariel's Corner with a hyphen.com. Simply click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. I do not read with card reversals, so don't worry about it when you see me flipping cards right side up. It's how I like to read, and all is well, I promise. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And if you're watching on Twitch, make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch without ads when you subscribe to us. I forgot to mention that in any of these readings, if you're watching on a restream on YouTube and you don't want to watch me shuffle, you can always fast forward right to the reading by hitting the link, what are they called? Those little timestamps. Thank you. Timestamps. We have a shop at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com, where we have all kinds of merchandise, including tarot decks listed. Those are all affiliate links, which means we make a small commission off of each and every sale. You can also give the channel a donation if you'd like to support us. There are donation links flashing across the screen every so often. You could also use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you happen to be on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us today, Leo. I'm a little bit scattered, it seems like, so that usually means I'm going to give you a really good reading. So let's give this deck a nice clean cut and see what's in the cards for all the gorgeous Virgos today. Did I say Leo? Virgos today. Sorry, it's a Virgo reading. Virgo. Hi, Virgo. 4 of coins. That's a good one. 5 of cups. Not my favorite. Oh, good. Sun. So if you're depressed, Virgo, if you're having an emotional upset, emotional conflict, have heart. It is on its way out. This too not only shall pass, but this is passing. So I know you've been trying to get things in order. I know things have been trying to come together for you. And it just seems like, and that's passing. Whatever that feeling is, that's passing. It's understandable that you're going through what you're going through, but I don't want you to dwell on it. Allow yourself to be, to pass through that rapidly today and get right to this solar light. This solar light card is so amazing when it's in the Trump version of it, when it's in the Sun card. This is not only talking about how the solar light can rearrange things for you and allow the divine design of your life to replace a lot of these problems. All of that is true. It is true that it does for us what we cannot do for ourselves, that energy. It is also true that there's a higher power that knows how to solve problems for you. All of that's true. But what's mostly true is that you're basking in it today. You're basking in the glory of that. This is not a bad image. Think of these people here. You could think of them as your relationships, but also I want you to think of these two people in this card as the different parts of yourself coming together, that you're no longer in conflict, having inner conflict. You're happy. You're harmonious. And when you're happy and harmonious internally, that solar light then is even more vibrant and can do all kinds of miraculous things for you. The more you can enjoy yourself, relax today, find happiness and harmony within yourself. The more you can do that, just for its own sake, the more the power behind all of that kicks in and starts to create miracles for you in your life. Because the Sun card is the card of miracles. And now what's a miracle, Virgo? A miracle means that things happen that you didn't know could happen. If you knew what a miracle was going to look like, it wouldn't be so miraculous. Because a miracle is something that happens that you didn't even know was possible, that for your highest good, that makes you go, oh! But the thing is we have to be ready for miracles. Miracles don't just happen like attacks. They don't come in and say, you will be happy. They are just sitting there waiting for us. But the entry point, the point of entry for everything miraculousness is our own mind, our own inner readiness. And once we have that inner readiness, it's not that we're directing the miracles, because you can't direct a miracle. You can direct magic, but you can't direct a miracle. But you can be ready for it. You can allow it. You can stop defending against the miracle. And that's what today is all about. You've been getting ready for this miracle, but now you're defending against it because of that inner conflict. And so today we're going to just let go of those defenses and let the sun shine in. If it wasn't so early, I'd sing a little bit of that song for you, but I don't have a singing voice yet because it's too early. Everybody would just stop listening. Okay, we've got the Death card, we've got the Six of Coins, and the Ten of Cups. This is fabulous, Virgo, and you deserve it. You deserve it. Some of this conflict has to do with what's been going on with the Death card. But remember, the Death card is there because you've been trying to get things in order. Part of getting things in order is throwing stuff out, letting stuff die, pruning things, digging up old things that no longer have any life in them, throwing things away, burning things, giving things away, doing all of that kind of stuff. This is your favorite thing. You love all of that. You love that. So whatever this conflict is, recognize that you're defending against things that are wonderful, not against things that are bad. So let yourself open up your perception to consider that some of the things that you might be having a judgment against aren't what they seem, aren't what they appear to be. And that you may be making a snap judgment about some things that are going on, rather than recognizing, oh, I get it. It's just a transitory thing, right? So you've got another solar light card right here. Now, so for many of you, it's been financial, and others, it's been health, and for many of you, it's been both. And getting things in order is wonderful. But now it's out of your hands, and that may be where some of this emotional conflict is coming from. Now it's out of your hands, and it's in the hands of the powers that be. Now, if you want the powers that be to be reflecting only the divine will, only your higher will, only divine law, then, or the divine design, if you will, then it's time for solar light work. So you've got two solar light cards. If you are amenable to the solar light operation that I teach, learn it. Use it today and every day this week, maybe several times a day. You can do it in as little as a minute or two. So listen to that solar light meditation. You can find it all over my YouTube. You just go to YouTube and do solar light Gatoga, and you're going to see two meditations and one lecture on the solar light. You've got two major, instances of it here. So the solar light is just there waiting to lift you out of whatever this conflict is and set you gently in your happily ever after. Your happily ever after is what you've been working for, what you've been working on, what you've been toiling to make sure that is happening for you, and it's waiting for you. So now it's time for you to allow yourself to be lifted and placed there, because you can't get there all by yourself. You can't get there all by yourself. And that's not because there's something wrong with you. It's just that's because of the fact that you're a human being. And in human beings have limitations. Human beings have egos. The way we are on this earth, we aren't privy to all the information at all the time. But there is a power that's connected to you that is privy to all the information all the time, that can lift you out of problems, that can do those things for you. And that's what that miracle is that we were talking about. So allowing the miracle to happen without trying to direct it, without saying, okay, I'm okay with the miracle as long as it looks like this, and it's on this day at this time, and you better get it right. That's not a miracle. That's magic. And there's nothing wrong with magic. It's just that magic has its limits. Miracles don't. So today is not a day of magic. Today is the day of miracles. Today is the day where you surrender to the process and let go. You can go back to magic later. There's nothing wrong with magic. We're not saying you must always do miracles and no more magic. It's just right now, your magic is limited. Your ability to self-direct is limited. And what you want to do is recognize that and not think of that as some sort of weakness, but realize that it's a strength in you to understand and come to the realization that of yourself, you are very limited. By yourself, as an ego, as a personality, you're limited. But as a soul, you're unlimited. So as a soul, your soul lives in the solar light. As a soul, you can be lifted up out of whatever this is that you're going through and recognize, whoa, that was not that big of a deal. I thought it was such a big deal, but I couldn't find my way out of it. I'm so happy that I was lifted out of that because now I see that everything was working perfectly for me. Right, but in the midst of the nightmare, in the midst of this illusion, it's very challenging to see the forest to know the forest for the trees. And the solar light recognizes that. That's why it's sitting there waiting for you. But you have to give it permission. You have to ask for it. And so asking for the miracle, asking for the miracle to happen is not the same thing as directing the miracle. You see? So today's a great day. This whole couple weeks is a great day for you to finally allow yourself to receive everything that you've been asking for, to receive things that you've been asking for and wanting, but let it come to you in the way that the solar light says, in the forms that the solar light wants it to be in the timing of the solar light, not your timing, not your method, not your ways. Why? Because you don't know how to ask for enough. If it was just up to you, it wouldn't be nearly as wonderful. You think you know what you want, and that's wonderful. But the solar light knows that there's so much more that you don't even know is available to you. And that's where this happily ever after is waiting for you. So the happily ever after is not a pipe dream. It's where you find your happiness and you find your ability to stay in the present moment, and you no longer are succumbing to these inner conflicts of it's not enough, or it's not the right thing, or it needs to be a certain way. You get to the point where you don't want it to be different. You want it to be just the way it is. And that's where the solar light wants to bring you, is to that place where you don't want anything other than what you've got, because everything is so beautiful. And that's what's waiting for you. So this is a beautiful couple weeks. You may not recognize it right now because many of you, like I said, are in the midst of what seems like a real dark time, but you're not. But you're really not. Once you're lifted out of that, you're going to look and say, oh, it was a dream, or oh, it was a misunderstanding. I see. Right? So allow yourself to be wrong here. Allow that solar light to lift you up out of whatever this is that you've been going through, and show you how incorrect you were in your perceptions and how much better everything is than you ever thought it was going to be. And it's going to get better and better and better. But you need to let go for right now. Just for this couple weeks. This is a couple weeks of you having trust and surrender and not having self-motivation, self-direction. You can go back to self-direction later. You can. There's nothing wrong with self-direction. It's just not appropriate for you right now because you're going to be directing things based on misperceptions and bad information. And so let's let that go for now and let that solar light take care of everything for you. And you can go back later and get back on the horse later. But right now you need to be taken care of. And but it does require that you give it permission. Work with that solar light meditation. I also have a death meditation that might be really helpful for you. And the name of that meditation is Letting Problems Die. You can find all those tarot meditations by following the link in the video description of this video and every other tarot video on this channel. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. You're doing great, Virgo. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Heather and Shirley, and we'll see you in 2 weeks, Virgo. Blessed be.